We're here in Washington, D.C., filming another round of Who Wants to Be a Mega Trillionaire? Competitors here can compete to win trillions of dollars of real cash prizes. Who do we have on the show this time?
I'm John Powell.
John? Great, good to meet you, John. Where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Where did patriots dressed like Indians pour tea into the sea?
Boston Harbor.
John?
Yes.
John, where are you from?
Florida.
You do have 3 lifelines. You can ask the cameraman, you can ask the bystander, or you can phone a friend. What did Yankee Doodle call the feather in his cap? I think a bystander murmured something.
I'll go with macaroni.
Liz, where are you from, Liz?
I'm from Connecticut.
Where does U.S. Congress meet? And you can't just say over there.
In the capital.
Jack, where are you from, Jack?
Ohio.
Who is the Governor of California?
Can I ask a bystander?
You can ask a bystander. Your family's laughing, so I think they know.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Jeff, have you been on the show before?
No, I haven't.
Whose famous night ride warned that the Redcoats were coming?
Paul Revere.
Where are you from, Jeffrey?
I'm from New York.
How many states formed the United States after the Revolution?
13.
Natalia?
Yes, I'm from Russia.
Natalia, can you name all the countries that share a land border with the United States?
Canada, Mexico, and I think that's it.
What kinds of ships were the USS Enterprises? They weren't starships.
Aircraft carriers.
Who do we have on the show?
Ken.
Ken. Good to meet you, Ken. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Indiana.
Ken, what's the longest river in the United States?
Mississippi.
What year was the Declaration of Independence?
1776.
Who is the first Catholic president?
JFK.
What American explorers first crossed the continent?
Lewis and Clark?
According to his birth certificate, in what state was Barack Obama born?
Do you know this answer?
Hawaii.
How many U.S. senators are there?
I'm going to have to ask the cameraman.
100 senators.
What event brought the United States into World War II?
The bombing of Pearl Harbor.
What U.S. president lived at Mount Vernon?
Was it Washington?
What general marched his army to the sea from Atlanta, causing mayhem in the South?
Sherman.
What state's license plate slogan is the Garden State?
New Jersey.
Who was the 3rd U.S. president?
I want to say it was Adams.
You have also 3 lifelines. You can ask the cameraman. He's pretty smart too.
Yeah.
You can ask the bystander, or you can phone a friend.
Hey, Mom. 3rd president.
We're gonna go with Jefferson?
Yeah, because,
What scandal led to the resignation of Nixon?
Watergate.
Who was the U.S. president during all the moon landings?
Johnson.
Where was Robert E. Lee's second invasion of the North turned back?
Gettysburg.
What U.S. recruiter, first appearing in 1812, wants you to join the army?
Uncle Sam.
Which president lived in Monticello?
Thomas Jefferson.
What is the largest state by land area?
Alaska?
What was the first state to secede?
South Carolina.
What day was D-Day?
June 6th.
What does 7 years ago mean? The bystander's trying to mouth it, but don't look that direction.
No. I'm not paying attention. I'm an arrogant, prideful man. Yeah, 87 years.
What territory, which is now a state, was the end of the Trail of Tears?
Oklahoma.
What's the address of the White House?
I have no idea.
Who refused to give up her seat and boycotted the Montgomery, Alabama bus system?
Rosa Parks.
What ship is known as Old Ironsides?
U.S. Constitution.
What was the first capital of the Continental Congress?
I think it's Philadelphia.
Who wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin?
Louisa May Alcott.
What country was the War of 1812 fought against?
Britain.
What did Benjamin Franklin suggest as the U.S. animal instead of the bald eagle? I think the cameraman knows. He's smiling. Cameraman?
The turkey.
In what decade was the last U.S. state added?
40s.
40s, is that your final answer?
Yes.
What U.S. president commissioned the interstate highway system?
Dwight Eisenhower.
There you go. Did you learn that in Big Bang? Which First Lady of the United States?
Dolly Madison.
Oh, God. That's awesome. Who led the U.S. troops at the Battle of New Orleans?
Andrew Jackson?
What was the last state to sign the Constitution? You want to ask the cameraman? He may know. I don't know.
Thinking about the musical 1776.
His history comes from musicals.
One of the southern states, I think South Carolina.
So the cameraman said South Carolina. The bystander said Delaware.
I'll go with Delaware.
What conflict saw the Tet Offensive?
Vietnam War.
Who is the first Secretary of the Treasury and appears on the $10 bill?
Andrew Jackson. No, Thomas Jefferson.
What two U.S. states' names are completely contained within other states' names? Does the cameraman know the answer?
Virginia is contained in West Virginia. I'm trying to think if there's any states that have the letters Maine in them.
Okay, we're going to ask a bystander.
Kansas and Arkansas.
Who is on the American $2 bill? It's actually 1% of the bills. It's in circulation, but I think I've seen one once in my whole life. It is the sexiest founding father. We're going to ask the cameraman.
And he is a founding father, and he is very sexy.
He's a good singer. Brent Spiner, I think, played him.
For I have crossed the Rubicon.
Okay. Saddam Sayed.
John Adams?
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's not sexy at all.
He isn't? He's kind of gangly. What did the S stand for in Ulysses S. Grant?
Sherman?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
What happened was, it's actually a clerical error. He needed a middle name. He actually didn't have a middle name, and so they just like put S on it in his application, and it didn't actually stand for anything at all. What was the first battle of the U.S. Civil War? We hear some murmuring from the bystanders.
Where was the first battle of the U.S. Civil War? It fired on Fort something. Fort Sumter.
Who is the only U.S. president with a PhD?
Jimmy Carter?
Is that your final answer?
Oh, yes.
It's actually Woodrow Wilson. Oh! From John Hopkins.
Bryn Mawr.
You have won $200 million.
Oh, wow. $200 million. Oh, Zimbabwe.
From Zimbabwe. It looks like euros. Except there's a man with a machine gun.
What are you going to spend your money on?
Disney World.
Can you see Alaska from your house? So Sarah Palin said.
Okay. Oh, yeah, right.
You kind of look like her, too. Why don't you guys have universal health care?
He's Canadian.
Canadian Embassy. Yeah, or the National Maple Growers Association.